on this Thursday.
Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. We're here in Ardmore with our favorite carpenter, Bill Hillman. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
Out in the burbs, there are people that are breaking in. There's a lot of burglaries and problems, even in the cutest neighborhoods like this one here. So Bill's going to help you secure your home. There's some new locks you need to know about, why this thing might keep your family safer than some other stuff you might have around the home. And you're going to help us install it.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, you know, Jen, sometimes we go into her world and it's a serious topic, and this really is. We've had a lot of home invasions lately, a lot of break-ins, especially in the suburbs. Robbers are stealing everything from jewelry to giant TVs.
It's so scary, and people are just, you know, what do we do? Well, Jen's got some advice for us to keep our houses a little bit safer. Jen.
Good morning to you guys. Good morning to Bill Hillman. Good morning to Billy, who's going to be our prop in just a few seconds. So you say you hear from people all the time. They live in a neighborhood like this in Ardmore, Lower Merion, Wynwood. They want to walk around without their keys, but it always ends up badly. Not always, but more often now.
Yeah, especially in this area where it's a walkable community. People just happen to, you know, are always walking out of their house, leaving their house open. And the burglaries going on today, a lot of them are people walking around during the day, walking up the doors, pretending that they're looking to cut lawns, or they're contractors, knocking on the door, doors open, nobody's home, they're in.
Okay, so you say this is great, and what this is a new kind of lock that has a keypad on it that basically you can punch in your number. What's cool about this that I like, the kids get their own code, babysitter gets their own code, husband, wife get a code.
You can make up codes for your contractors, anybody that gets in and out of your house, and you don't have to worry about keys floating around and who has them, because as soon as that contractor's done working in your house, you change the code. They can't get in it anymore.
And you always leave it locked. So even if you're walking down the street to go collect Billy from a play date, it's always locked, so you're always protected, but you don't have to worry about not having your keys.
That's what I tell everybody. Don't leave it open. Leave it so it automatically locks, and you don't have to worry, even if you're in the backyard.
The reason why we have him is that there's all kinds of different finishes. These things run about $125.
Yep. And now there's a level up above this that is actually connects to your internet, and you can use your iPhone or your smartphone to remotely open it, close it. You can tell who's been in the house, and they even have a system that'll connect up to cameras, so if your door is open, you can look at your phone and see who's walking in your house.
We have about 1 minute left, so I'm going to have you put this in. This looks like this is a quick set kind of install.
Yeah, it's a slag, but it's a real quick install, so we can do it.
Okay, so you're going to put it in. As we install this thing, one of the projects we're also working on today, because your wife loves me, is screening in this front porch. And you say it's something that most people can do in about a day, under $500. And with all of these bugs that we have, the tiger bugs and the mosquitoes, you say now is the time to do it.
Yeah. For a small porch, $500 is real reasonable. It's not that difficult to do. There's all sorts of systems that you can get at the local supply house that make screening in a porch really simple to do.
Okay, so look around, guys, because this is the porch we're going to screen in. And I said to you, like, you know, what would take longer? You said maybe if we were at a mansion like Steve Keeley, but what did you say about Steve Keeley?
Well, if you're Steve Keeley, you're not going to do it yourself. You're going to have somebody else do it, because you might... you know,
you've got people, you've got staff.
You got people, and you don't want to mess up your fingers.
Okay, good. I love this thing. So, Mike Jarek, even you could do this.
I don't know,
it's
Jen.
Not that bad.
Please.
I take a finger off.
Please.
No, but isn't it cool to just have everyone gets their own code, and then
yeah, it's smart.
Bam.
I like it.
So we're going to continue working on this porch, and then coming up at 8:45, windows are a way that a lot of people are getting in.
That's for sure.
He's going to tell us how to protect old windows.
Okay.
And look at that. It's already on.
Thank you, Jen. We'll get back to you in the next hour. 7:53. It's in porch. Why? From the bugs, but it also may protect you from burglars, too. And it's already in progress. We'll show you the finished product here in just a little bit. Would you know how to build a screened-in porch?
She's going to teach us. I'm impressed. I need to do more do-it-myself thing my own self.
Yeah,
so.
get to it. Get a tool belt on, Karen. Here's Sue.
Well, you just build a porch and put a screen on it. What's the big deal?
Oh, well.
Sure, for those crafty types that can build anything, Sue.
Sure. And I have a mint julep out on the porch a little later on. You will actually need to try to stay in air conditioning if you can today. For you?
I have a drill, and I'm not afraid to use it. Coming up after the break, I'm going to tell you how a drill can help you secure your old windows. I pulled the drill out of the wood, but I can't give it out. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, Bill? We're continuing to drill. All right, go to commercial.
this is going to be dangerous because
the power tool's out.
yeah, she has power tools. She has a drill in her hand. Run for your lives. Jen is in Ardmore.
20-volt max drill.
This is a 20-volt max DeWalt drill.
No.
And I'm not afraid to use it. And all the real construction guys are like, it doesn't really look like you know how to use that. All right, so Bill, let's talk about this. We have been talking about keeping our homes secure in neighborhoods like this in Ardmore. Beautiful walking neighborhood. You say a window could be a really serious target. We have a picture of a window that you worked on. Talk to us about why this window, everything's wrong there. Number one, the bushes.
Yep. Now, this window that you're looking at was actually broken into a couple of weeks ago. The homeowner unfortunately left it open, and if they have the picture up, you'll see it's covered with bushes, which is perfect because the burglar can get up there, is concealed. Nobody from the street is going to see them. They broke in, stole a bunch of jewelry and the such. So you want to keep bushes away so there's a clear line of sight to your windows, especially from the street.
The home looks like a little bit older home. Probably the locks didn't work. And you say there's plenty of expensive ways to secure the windows, but this is a cheap way. So basically, this is an example. This is obviously a newer window.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
I'm going to drill into this thing.
You're going to drill right into both the sashes. So
Okay.
right there.
Here I go. I'm just going.
Just go.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Is it straight
Come on,
enough?
push on. There we go. Now pull it out.
Out? Like with the drill? Oh, look at
There you
that.
go. All right, now if you just take a simple nail.
Yeah. Oh, you
window's
can't
secure.
open it.
Yeah.
And that's it?
And that's all there is to it.
So if you have like a grandmother or someone that you're worried about, you could do this like in 15 minutes, go
You
around
do
their
your
house.
whole house, and you want to do all the windows, obviously, on the first floor. Any windows over top of roofs.
Something you could jump onto.
Yep.
Okay.
And along that same line, one of the other things to make sure, too, if you have roofs, if you have ladders laying around in your yard, make sure they're locked up and secure, because that's perfect for a thief. Walks up, uses your ladder to get into that second floor window that's open.
I love it. Okay, the other thing we're doing is we are protecting our homes from the bug invasion. It's been awful. I mean, we had a warm winter, so the bugs didn't get a chance to die like they're supposed to. So this is a beautiful porch, and you've been screening it in. And basically, you put in these 2x4s.
Well, what we've done is we've taken what was the opening, and we're splitting it up into areas that are under 6 feet by 5 feet.
Why'd you do that?
Because if the area is too large when we put the screening up, any wind that blows, it's going to stretch the screening. And also with kids around, they're going to be running into it. So you want to give them something solid to hit into.
So we go around the side. The photographers, I have to say, have been watching this project pretty closely. If you are a wife of a Fox 29 photographer, you might be getting your porch screened in. One of the photographers noticed that there was like a little bit of like a groove in the side there. Why'd you have that?
Well, we did this with a router to install the screening with the spline. Now, if you don't have a router or the ability to do that, a lot of the lumber yards sell something that's called Screen Tight, which already has the grooves in it, and you would just apply it onto the front of this 2x4.
I'm going to stop you there.
Yes.
Because coming up at 9:45, we're going to show them the whole thing.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is it going to be done at 9:45?
We'll have this wall done.
Yeah, of course we will. Because I have, what's the name of this?
Your DeWalt 20 Max drill. And you know how to use it.
That's a DeWalt.
That's a DeWalt, baby.
Yeah.
Dear DeWalt.
You've never looked sexier.
Well, and I like her manicure. Just in time for this, Jen. I noticed the nails are all freshly done.
No, they don't look close.
I know the color of that nail polish is called chipped. All right, 5 minutes till 9 o'clock. Kristen Stewart is apologizing for cheating on her boyfriend. There he is, Rob. Now, well, the bugs have been really... Let's screen in your porch. What do you have to say?
Great idea. Let's get out to Jen because she's doing it.
All right, we're in Ardmore with Bill Hillman. Good morning.
Again, good morning.
Okay, so let's talk logistics. You think the average human, not you, superhuman, could do this in one day for less than $500?
Yeah, with the help of a friend, somebody who's strong that can help you pull and stretch the screen. Shouldn't be a problem.
You definitely need a buddy.
Definitely need a buddy.
Okay, what we're doing here is we are splining.
Yeah, we're stretching out the screen. We already put up our spreaders that we've cut grooves into to accept the screen, and this is the
spreader
spline.
is the piece of wood.
Yep.
And let's say I can't mill my own wood because I don't know how to do it. Will the lumber yard do this for me?
If you go to a lumber yard like Tag Lumber, explain to them what they want, they will mill wood for you.
If not, you say use this thing that I can get at like a Home Depot or a Lowe's.
Yes.
How do I cut it?
You can cut that with a utility knife.
Okay, so then the point of this is that you want to have something to jam the screen into. Billy is having fun with us once again. So you want to have something to jam the screen into?
Yes.
And you have to use that thing?
Yes.
And what does that do?
So I got Chris's over there pulling it
Thank
for
you,
me
Chris.
and pulling the spline. And what I do is I just use the roller.
What's on the inside of there? Is there like a sticky thing in there?
No, it's just I'm pushing it into the groove.
Okay.
Hey, Billy? Take a step back, buddy.
And then how are you going to make sure that it stays in there?
It just stays in with friction.
You're literally jamming it in there?
I'm literally jamming it in there.
And just after time it gets stuck in there?
It's just the surface friction.
Okay.
And this is really flexible, so as I push it in there, it actually squeezes in.
Okay.
Because it's slightly larger than the hole I made.
Why is this the hardest part? Because you have to be kind of precise.
You got to be precise, and it takes actually a lot of force to push it in.
So what you're saying is you're stronger than David Beckham, that you're able to do that.
In my dreams.
One of the reasons
But now
why
feel it.
Yeah.
Feel how
Oh, it
tight
already
it is.
feels good. And you say, we talked about this earlier, but if people didn't see, you want to add, like let's say you just have a regular porch. You want to add this piece of wood. Why?
Because first of all, the rolls of screening are only so big. We're working with 5-foot rolls,
Okay.
so we can't have an opening larger than 5. The other reason is if it's too big, as like the wind's blowing now, the wind will eventually stretch it.
Okay.
It's kind of like a sail.
Got it. So you want to have a piece where it's hot, where it gets tight.
Yes.
Okay.
We also want to split it up because the kids, especially the lower area, will have a tendency to come right through
Like
it.
that crazy kid Billy that just stopped by?
Yes.
What's the most expensive part about doing this?
The roller screen ran about $130. If we were going to use the screen tight, there'd probably be another $100 in screen tight. We did it with cedar, and there's probably about $300 in cedar that we're using.
Okay.
And eventually, at this entrance and over there, we'll put a screen door.
Oh, I like that. Any chance Mike Jarrett could do this? Look into the camera and answer that question.
Definitely not. But why would he? I mean, the guy is rich.
He's a
You need to
billionaire.
hire. There's those of us that work for a
I was
living.
gonna say, do you know any good carpenters, Bill?
Yeah, you gotta share the wealth, Mike.
I'm gonna have, I was just saying that to Karen and Sue that I could never do this. My dad was great at this. He put a screened-in
Yeah.
porch on a screened-in
did?
area. Yeah, in our backyard. Yeah.
Wow.
He did all
Guess
that work.
what? Bill's wife Teresa's good at the flowers too, because I just want to move in here. I mean,
God,
why
what a
do
nice
any of your own
place.
work? Just have Bill and Teresa, and she makes hummus too.
And she makes hummus?
Oh,
She
they're
makes
the
homemade
couple.
This hummus, it's like red pepper hummus, and she said it was easy. She's inside. It's not that easy.
Hey, I could do, you got to try this over
great
at their
stuff.
house.
You could come over and do that, and then you could help Bill finish the porch.
I need somebody to pull for me.
Just like my dad. Mike, come on downstairs. I need somebody to hold the end of this plank. What?
My dad, every morning at like 7 o'clock in the morning. You gonna sleep in all day?
That's
What,
right.
you sleeping the day away, 7
Yeah.
o'clock?
And then he'd get under the car, and I'd have to hand him parts and wrenches and
Yes,
stuff.
or
Give me the
you wanna ride in
Phillips
this
head.
car, you're gonna have to wash it. If you want to ride in this car, you're gonna have to wash
I
it.
do now. So with the little grooves in it, right? Hey, Jen, great job. 9:44. We got to get to this. This
Oh, this is
video.
great.